Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm bringing you a highly requested tutorial that you guys really want, and that is the heart-shaped keychain tutorial. So this is the one I actually make in the video, so here's a little sneak peek as to what it will turn out to be. I really hope this tutorial helps. It's a lot better whenever I'm speaking, and it's a little more in-depth and detailed on here instead of on my TikTok, which I am posting a 3-part tutorial on there, but I prefer doing it on here. So, and a lot of you prefer that too, so I appreciate that. So yeah. If you guys really like this tutorial, please do not forget to like and subscribe, and let's get into it. So the materials that you will need to start your hearts are 2 colors of string. You could also do 4, but I'm going to stick with 2. I'm going to use this white and this turquoise color. Scissors to cut your string, a ruler to measure your string, and of course a keyring. I'm going to use the circle keyring. So the lengths that you'll need to cut your strings, you'll need 4 strings for this design, and each string is going to be 5 feet or 60 inches long. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut my 4 pieces of string, 2 white, 2 teal, at 5 feet each. So here are my strings. They are cut and they are ready to go. And then I have my keychain set aside because I will be using it here towards the start. The first thing that you're going to want to figure out, or decide I guess, is what color you want to start with. Recently with mine that I have been making, I have been starting with my whites, both white strings first. It really doesn't matter what color you start with. Really depends on how you want your heart to turn out. So my white, since I'm starting with those first, they're actually going to, and I'll show you on this guy, they're going to be where the white is on this. So they're going to kind of be on that inner form there. And this was the first one I made, and it's uneven, so that's why it looks wonky. So white's gonna be where the white is on here, and then my teal, which I thought I used mint, I guess I used teal on this guy too, is gonna be where the teal is on this guy. So think about how you want to lay out your heart, or how you want your colors to be, and figure out which color you want to start with first. So since I'm starting with white, I'm gonna push my second color to the side, and I'm going to take both strings and I'm going to find the middle of both. So I'm going to line up the edges of both of my strings, and then I'm going to line them up with the other ends, and then I'm going to find the center. Here's my center. I'm going to hold on to it, and then I'm going to transfer it to my left hand. From here, I'm gonna start a box stitch. So if you know how to start a box stitch, go ahead and go for it. So I'm just gonna turn this string to the side. It is on top of that other string. Start with my bottom, I'm gonna loop it, loop my top, loop my left side, and my right side. If you do not know how to start a box like this, I did just show you, or if you want a more in-depth tutorial, I do have a video on that, and I'll link it here so you can go watch it. So here's my box. I'm gonna go ahead and tighten my strings. So there's 1. I'm gonna go ahead and do 2 more box layers. So boxes, again, I'm just going straight. I'm not going at an angle. And starting this is a little tricky because you don't normally have a keychain to hold on to, I guess, or I don't have a keychain to normally hold on to. I always add my keychains first to, you know, hold on to something while I'm making them, but this heart, the keychain goes somewhere else basically, so you don't put it where you normally put it on your keychain. So that was my second box. I'm going to do 1 more. Okay, there's my third box. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Now we're gonna start a fourth box, but I'm gonna add another string before I tighten it. So I'm gonna start the box. Okay, there's my box. And I'm gonna take one of my other strings. I'm gonna take the end and I'm gonna slide it right between those two, but also in between. All right, so I'm gonna slide it right in and I'm gonna hold my thumb down on it so then that way I can line up my edges and find the middle. So I'm gonna gently find the middle. Okay, so roughly right there is my center. Now this part's a little tricky. So I wanna loop this and add it into my stitch. So I have my top string, and if you did it the way I did it, your top white string should be going to the left. This string that's on this side is going to go over this first loop, under the second loop, and it's gonna go towards the right. Okay, and then the right side of it is gonna go the other way, over, under. So I'm doing like a normal stitch. I'm just adding that string to it, and then I'm gonna tighten it, and then bada bang bada boom, I have added another string into my box. Okay, to secure that, I'm gonna do another box stitch that is also using these new strings that I just added. So now I'm going white, teal, teal, white. So I'm just doing a normal box, maybe. Normal box. And I'm gonna tighten it. All right, you're gonna do that one more time. And by that one more time, I mean starting your next box layer, and then we're gonna add the last string, our fourth and final string. So I'm gonna start my last box. Okay, and before I tighten it, I'm going to add my last string. So I'm gonna grab the one end, which here it is, and I'm gonna go between those teal strings, and I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna take it below those two white loops that we start with, and I'm gonna slide it right between those two teal loops there. And I'm just gonna do the same thing with how I did the first time. I'm gonna find my middle, and I'm gonna look at my strings around it, and I'm gonna go the opposite of them. So this guy, I'm gonna take my right first because this guy's going to the right, and this guy's gonna go over under to the left. And then this guy's gonna go the opposite, over under towards the right. And I'm gonna make sure I'm not twisted, which I'm not. After that, I'm going to take my strings, and I'm going to tighten. Oh, hold on. My string's not in the right spot. This needs to go. Oh, now I can hold on to it. This string needs to go in between. So right there I was starting to tighten it, and I realized that something was wrong. So I just fixed it before I could tighten it. Okay, so I'll let you look at that for a second. Okay. Now I'm gonna tighten it, and then I'm gonna do one more box stitch to secure it in place. And I'm gonna add my keychain between these two middle, and I'm gonna put it on the outer loops here. So let me grab my keychain. I'm gonna hook it on the white loop. It's gonna go between those two last teal colors that I added, and I'm going to secure it in there. Once I have that on, I'm gonna go ahead and tighten the rest of that stitch to secure the keychain in place. And there we go. And if you flip it to the side, you'd have something like this. All right, you see that V shape start to form. So I'm holding my keychain to the side here. All right, and if you look on just the right side here, I have 4 strings. I have a teal, I have a white, I have my side string, and then I have one up here. If you look at it on the other side, if I push those to the side, it's kind of the opposite. These 2 are up top, this one's on the bottom, and this guy's still lonely on the side. That is the outcome that you want. If you do not have this, or if you have it the opposite way, you know, maybe I had on the left side, these 2 are on the bottom, this is at the top, and on the right side, these 2 are at the top, you know, vice versa. That's okay. You're still good. You just want to reverse how I do it. All right, so I'm gonna start with the right side because I am right-handed and I always start with the right side. So I'm only focusing on these 4 strings. Okay, all my other ones are to the side there. I need to make a box stitch. I need to start a box stitch with these 4 strings, but it's kind of hard because I don't have a left side string that's opposite of this guy. I do all the way over here, but I want one like right here. So I need to create that. So to do that, I'm actually going to take this this guy down here that's on the left side. I'm going to loop it up, and it's actually just going to go between these 2 white strings. So I'm going to loop, and it's just going to sit right there. All right, it's kind of like a sideways loop. All right, he's going to turn into my side string. Then I'm going to take my white, that is its opposite basically, and I'm going to loop it down beside it parallel. Okay, from there I'm going to take my top string, which is the teal, and I'm going to go over the white, and I'm going to go under the other teal. And when I pull it, I want to make sure that it is like as far left on all those as possible. And then I'll take my last string, which is that bottom white, and I'm gonna go over that over that teal, under the white, and then I can take 1 color in each hand, 2 teal, 2 white, and I'm just going to shimmy it, and it will make a box stitch. All right, so there's a kind of lookup. You can see that first string that we took, it's kind of like lapped over. That is what we want because it is now one of our side strings. Before we do that to the other side, I'm going to go ahead and do a box stitch, just a normal box stitch, which now we can do because our strings are in the correct place to secure it. And the first couple stitches that are right beside the keyring are a little tricky because the keyring is in the way, but I've learned to work my way around it. So yeah, so that is going to be the start of our one side. So these 4 strings are done, but I'm going to flip my keyring around, or my keychain around. So what you're doing now is you're working one side at a time, or back and forth, whatever you want. I simply prefer one side at a time, and that's probably what I'll do here for this one. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna do all those box stitches, all right, until you get you know, a desired length. When I count my sides, and I'll show you on this guy. So my key ring's technically up here on this guy. So I'm not gonna take this part. But what I'm doing is I'm counting these loops. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and you have to do 2 stitches to count as one move. So I've been doing 36 of these at a time. You obviously do not have to do 36, but so I can make mine all even and similar, I do mine with 36, but you go until you have a preferred length. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do like 10 stitches on one side, and I'll show you what I mean by like how it's gonna like extend, and then I'll do it on the other side too. So let me go ahead and work on those, and then I'll show you what we're looking like here in a couple minutes. Okay, so I went ahead and I did the first 10 layers on the right side here. And again, what I'm talking about by counting layers is I'm looking at the white on the inside here, and I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's what I'm counting. So I'm counting those and getting to 36. So I need 16 more layers, aka 32, because it takes 2 layers to get one of these. So it definitely takes some time, but that's okay. That took me maybe 6 minutes to do all 10 of these. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a little bit more on the right side, and then I'll work on the left side a little bit until I get to 36. So I'm gonna go ahead and work on that. You guys go ahead and work at your own pace, and then we'll be back to connect these at the end. Here is my completed 36 and 36 sides of my heart. So now all we have to do is connect these 2 ends together by creating a bigger box stitch. So the top of my keychain is actually the top of the heart. So we're gonna bend our sides together, make sure they don't twist to form our heart. Now I could have went a little bit longer with my strings. I have enough, but I'm gonna keep it at 36 again because that's what all my other hearts are. So I'm just holding it straight and I'm just bending it as much as I can. And honestly, what I want to do is I want to form these 2 ends side by side. This one keeps loosening and it's making me mad. So I'm just gonna attach these 2 together, and if I flip them over, we just see a bunch of strings and we see a mess. But if I unfold my strings here a little bit and kind of really look at them, I'll see that my outer color, which is my teal again, I have it on the top of this box, and then on this side it's on the bottom, and that's what I'm gonna want. So I'm gonna go ahead and connect these 2 boxes together. So I'm gonna do this slowly. I'm gonna start with my 2 main loops, and we're just doing a box stitch. So I'm gonna take these 2 across and across, straight across. I'm gonna work left to right, and I'm gonna start with my teal. It is my first string from my box. It's just gonna go over under. This white is kind of in the way, so I'm gonna move it a little bit. This white is my second, so I'm going to go over under. Okay, now I don't want to take this white because it'll be side by side with that. Remember, I want to alternate my strings just like any other stitch. So I'm actually going to take this white string, which is the side of that one, of that first box that we're working with, and I'm going to go over under, and it's going to go right beside that last string I just did. Now I can take this string and go over under, and I'm gonna make sure that it's not twisted. I always twist it. I don't want it twisted. And then I'm just working still front and back. So those 2 middle strings that aren't up and down, they're kind of like the sides. of the strings. They're a little tricky to work with. You just have to make sure you order them correctly. I'm gonna go ahead and tighten this all together, and I will now have a big box, kind of like what we started with up here. Now I'm just gonna turn it, and I'm just gonna make sure my strings are not twisted where I think I would have them twisted, so we're good there. And once I have that, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do 2 more box stitches to secure it in place. And 2. So there's that, and now my heart's looking a little skinny, so all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna kind of push it a little bit. I might want to bend my sides here a little bit to kind of, you know, force them to bend. All right, and that's what I love about the string, is that it is bendable, so you can do it however you like. So there's my heart, and all I have left to do is tie this in a knot. So I'm gonna do it like how I normally tie the end of my keychains, and I'm just gonna circle it around my finger, and I'm gonna push through every string through this big loop. Once I have that, I'm going to push it and pull, and I'm gonna make sure that it's as even as possible. And it is pushed down as far as I can. Once I have it pushed down to make it extra secured, I'm gonna pull each string once. Pull again. And boom. There is my heart. Once you have your ends tied, you can go ahead and cut off your excess string. I leave a good, I don't know, was that 1.5 inches maybe of a tail, and there's your heart. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. These are available on my Etsy. I do have ones already made, or if you would like a custom, I have those available as well. If you would like this heart that I actually just made for this video, go ahead and go to my Etsy, and it's not a pre-made keychain, so you'll have to put it under custom and just say teal and white, and you can get this keychain. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and more tutorials are on the way.